Hello and welcome back to Alive Wellness. My name is Emma, I'm your Pilates instructor, and today's workout is going to be a Pilates mobility strength flow. Now I want you to focus on each move having a purpose, not just the strength, but also the mobility, the link through the movement. I want you to feel stronger from the inside out, but I also want you to feel longer, more mobile, more limber at the end of the workout. Now you don't need any equipment, just grab a mat, maybe a soft carpet to work on, and we will get straight into it, guys. So we're gonna start laying down on our backs today, guys. I want you to come all the way down on the mat. I want you to plant your feet down, have your hands by your side. Now we're gonna start by warming up through the spine and finding that mobility here. So I want you to tilt your pelvis towards you and just begin to lift the hips up off the mat. Now you're rolling through the spine, we're rolling through each vertebrae separately. You're gonna bring your hips up into a bridge, take a pause, and then reverse that movement back down nice and slow, focusing on finding space in the spine, space between the vertebrae. We're just gonna move through a few of those bridges. Now it's really important to set up our movement by finding that mobility in the spine. We often neglect working that mobility there, and the spine becomes really stiff and tight, which affects all the rest of the movement as we're not able to be as open as we want to be when we start to activate the muscles deeper. So always important to do this every single day, especially if you've been sitting down at your desk all day. Focus on finding that space before we find the strength. Now the good way to find this is adding in the breath. So as we roll up through the spine, I want you to focus on that exhale that allows us to release tension from the body, find the softness in the movement. We take an inhale at the top as you pause, you feel that activation through the body now. And then an exhale as we reverse back down. Again, allowing the body to soften or sink into the mat. Inhale at the bottom. Let's take one more here. Now we're going to stay up in our bridge this time for a little bit longer. Now I want you to focus here on allowing your shoulder blades to sink into the mat, allowing the head and neck to release. You're going to lower your hips down to come just off the mat, so they're in a hover. Then you're going to activate the glutes, float the hips back up. So we lower down as we inhale, and then I want you to exhale as you lift back up, making sure we move with the breath as we move today. So allow the breath to guide the pace that you're moving. Allow it to help you find the softness within the work that we're doing. As I said, today is all about strength meeting mobility. So yes, we want to feel strong. We want to find that activation in the muscles, but we need to be working through nice long muscles here, a nice link through the body. That's how we really work into our longevity, because yes, we want to feel strong, but we also want to be able to move. We want to feel limber. Inhale, lower. Exhale up. So that's why the breath really helps us here to find that softness within the work. We want to work through our own range, our own pace, but try to push yourself a bit today as well. So see how far you can push that range. See how long you can work with that strength. We go for 2 more of these bridges here. Now on our next one, we're going to hold our hips up in our bridge. We're just going to pulse today, so small squeezes through those glutes. Now as you pulse, really feel those hip flexors stretching now. As you feel them stretch, don't arch your lower back, engage into the core. So the whole body is working with that strength and mobility. We pulse for 3, for 2. Let's do 1 more. Lower your hips back down. Bring your feet out nice and wide, and then just drop the knees side to side, releasing any tension you might have created through those hips. The spine should be warm, the glutes are active here. Now we want to place the feet back down on the mat. We're going to keep our hands by our side for 1 more round. Now I want you to just feel your pelvis really heavy sinking into the mat. As you feel this, allow your hips to stay nice and level. Squeeze gently into the belly, and without moving your back, so without flattening the back, float the feet to our tabletop position. Now in tabletop, knees are over hips, shins are parallel with our mat. We're going to stay released through the upper body. You're going to tap your right toes down, touch the mat, float back into tabletop. Other side, we tap and lift. Now you are exhaling as you tap down, and you are inhaling as you lift up. We focus now on finding that deep core activation. Really important after mobilizing the spine to find that deep core activation to then support the stability within the spine and the pelvis. So we're going to make sure we're pulling up through our pelvic floor, so really zipping up through the core. We're keeping the hips level, we're supporting that neutral spine. Exhaling, tap, inhaling to lift. Now maybe you just want to stay with this today, maybe that's enough. If you want to really focus on the mobility now, we're going to extend the leg. Instead of tapping it, we lengthen, lower it down as far as you can control, then draw it back in. Now, as you lengthen that leg, I want you to feel that hip flexor stretching, the toes lengthening away from you. Draw back in with that control in the core. We still want to keep working through that neutral spine, so make sure you're not flattening or arching through your lower back. You're keeping the hips level. We're keeping that stability in the pelvis. Now you are only adding in this leg extension if you feel like you've got that strength today. If not, I want you to just keep with those normal toe taps. Exhale out, inhale back in. Let's take 2 more here. Now on your next one, you're going to bring the legs back into tabletop. And we're going to float the feet down to the mat. Let's bring our hands behind our head. Now we're going to work into our crunches. I want you to feel that strength with mobility here. So we're going to start by activating into the lower belly, but you're going to roll up through your upper back. You're going to look to your chest. You're going to continue to roll up as you work towards the middle of the abs. We look into our belly button. Now we're really finding that mobility through the upper back. Then we're releasing down with that control. Exhaling to curl up, inhaling to lower. This is a really great exercise to feel both that mobility and strength working. The core is strong, the spine is limber. Good. Keeping your elbows wide, keeping your head released into your hands. Now we're just going to take a few more of these pulses, trying not to rush the movement, trying to keep that control. Let's take 2 more. On your last one, we're going to stay up in that crunch and you're just going to pulse. Pulse. Now you're squeezing deeper into that stomach as we pulse up through the upper back, through the belly, elbows stay wide, and we go for 5. We go for 4, 3, 2. On 1, release the head down. You're going to lengthen your legs away from you now. Let's keep the feet planted into the mat today, but just bring the legs further away from you. Now we're going to reach our arms up towards the ceiling here. Find length through the fingertips. Flip your palms to face your toes. Now you're going to lift the arms overhead. As you do, I want you to feel a lovely opening through your chest. Then you're going to press the arms through the air. We're going to bring our head to our chest and we're going to find a roll up. And I want you to come all the way up to sitting. If you need to use your hands, use your hands. Now we're going to lengthen the spine at the top, so grow taller. Then I want you to reverse the movement by scooping into your belly, then reversing all the way back down. Now this is the mobility with the strength. We want to feel the spine sitting down separately into the mat. But as you do, you need to have that core nice and strong to support it. Let's use an exhale to come up. We inhale to reset. And then we exhale to roll slowly back down. And we inhale at the bottom, reaching the arms overhead, opening that chest. Just 2 more here in your own time. Really imagine that your spine is a lovely string of pearls here. Now you want each pearl to sit down and lift up separately. So you're really allowing each individual pearl or vertebrae to move on its own. We create length and space between those pearls. This is our last one. Now we're going to come up to sitting. I want you to bring the soles of the feet together. Place the elbows on the knees. Let's just drop the head to the chest and stretch forward. Let's open up in the hips. Let's find that release through the spine. Make sure the head is heavy. You can gently press the elbows into the knees to find that deeper stretch. And breathe into it. Beautiful. We're going to roll back up. Now I want you to come over onto your hands and knees today. So we're going to find a lovely 4-point kneeling position. Now in this position, I don't want you to have your ribs dropping down to the mat. So we're not arching in that lower back. You're drawing the ribs gently together. We're feeling stable through the arm and leg. Now from here, I want you to send your spine up towards the ceiling. So we squeeze into the belly. Drop your head down towards the mat. Take a nice big stretch through the spine. Then I want you to drop those ribs down to the mat. We arch our lower back. We look up to the ceiling. Take an inhale here. Exhale, curve into your spine. Stretch up. Inhale as you arch through that lower back. Look towards the ceiling. Allow your spine to move. Let's heal away from that tension. Let's take one more inhale up. As you exhale, we just come back to that neutral position, drawing the ribs together, feeling stable through the arm and leg. Let's tuck our toes under, but I want you to shift your weight onto your left knee. Now you're going to tuck the right knee in towards your chest. Then I want you to open that leg out to the side. Then we're going to lift it all the way back up to the ceiling. Take a big circle with that knee as we drop the leg back down towards the mat. So we're going to stay in that direction. We're circling the leg. Now as you do this, focus on the mobility through your hip. We're opening up those hips. We're allowing that hip flexor to release. At the same time, you are gently activating that right glute. So you need to switch that right glute on to allow the leg to move with control. So again, this is a great movement to find that mobility versus strength. Both are working here together to allow you to move with ease. Now on your next one, we're going to reverse the movement. So we lift the leg up behind us first. Open that knee out to the side, draw it round and down. Let's add the breath. Exhale to lift up and open. Inhale to circle round and close. Now the core needs to stay on to support the hips. Yes, we are moving the hip of that moving leg, but the other one stays still. That standing leg stays grounded. The glute is on to support us. So we are working through the body. Now if this becomes too much through your wrists, you can make fists with the hands. You can even come down onto your forearms. You have that option. Support them here. On your next one, we're going to pause for a second. Now this time we're going to focus more on that strength. You're going to open the right knee out to the side, bring it back in through center, and then kick that leg up towards the ceiling. Keep it bent, tuck back in. We open out and in. Kick up and in. Exhale each time you open or lift. Inhale to close. So still allowing the breath to guide the pace of the movement, to lead us as we work. One more in either direction. Then we're going to open back out to the side and pulse it here. Pulse, pulse. For 3, 2, 1. Close it in, lift back up and pulse, pulse. Pulse. 3, 2, 1. Release. Down. Drop the knee to the mat. Let's press into a child's pose. Send our hips back. Reach the arms forwards. Release your head down. Now allow the body to sink into this child's pose. Allow the hips to relax, the head to relax. Before we do the second side, I want you to just shift your weight forwards onto your hands. We're going to roll up through that 4-point kneeling. Then I want you to gently lower yourself down to the mat. Come onto your stomachs. We allow the legs to just untuck gently. The tops of the feet press down. Let's bring our hands into a cactus on either side of our mat. Lower your head to the mat. A little bit of mobility and strength through our upper back into our posture. So from here, you're going to just first float your head up off the mat just to hover. I want you to look down at the mat. Keep that length through the head. Then we're going to float the arms up to join. Then we're going to release everything back down. So we want to find that opening through our chest. Then we want to find the strength in that upper back in our posture to support the movement. Then release. Exhale to lift up. Inhale to lower down. Now as you move here, I want you to tuck through your pelvis. So I want you to squeeze the glutes. They stay on to support our back. Keep the tops of the feet into the mat as well. The legs stay released. We're going to take just one more here. Focusing on the length through the body now, we're going to stay in that hover. Now I want you to bend the elbows all the way into the side of the body and then extend the arms up overhead. Stay in this hover. We bend down, extend up. We're working through our lats. We're finding the length through the body. Keep looking down to the mat, keep growing taller. Maybe imagine someone has a string on the crown of your head. They're pulling you, lengthening your spine. We go for 3. We go for 2. Last one. And let's release, press back into child's pose for 1 breath. So let's inhale in child's pose here. And then exhale, come back up to your 4-point kneeling position. We're going straight to that second side. Now, we're not going to cat-cow. I just want you to draw the ribs together, lengthen your head. So look down towards the front of your mat. Weight comes onto our right knee. Now I want you to tuck your toes. We're going to start by tucking that left knee into our chest. Open out to the side. Bring it all the way up to the back, round and down. So we take that circle. We focus on, yes, gently activating the glute, but finding that mobility through that left hip, the opening through the left hip. We want to oil out those hips, wake them up, make sure they're nice and limber. Really important muscle to work, as this is one of the most functional muscles that we really need to be able to walk around, sit up and down, move with everyday life. Let's take one more in that direction. And then I want you to reverse this movement. So the leg comes up towards the ceiling. First, we open it out to the side, round and down. Now we exhale to lift up and open. Inhale to lower down. We take 2 more here. And then I want you to just pause for a second. This time you're going to activate deeper into that glute. We open the knee out to the side, lower down, then we kick the leg up to the ceiling, tuck in. Now let's focus on the rest of the body here as well. We want to be stable through the arms, whether you're on your hands, your fists, or your forearms. The shoulders are over the arms or over the hands, so we're nice and aligned. We're lengthening the spine here, looking down to the mat. That right glute is active as that leg supports our body. Let's take 4 more here. We go for 2. Now we're going to reset back on 1. Stay where you are. Let's open the left knee to the side and pulse. Pulse. For 3. For 2. Draw in on 1. Let's lift the leg up to the ceiling. Same thing, we pulse. Pulse for 3, 2, 1, and release here. Come back to your hands and knees. We're going to send the right arm underneath the body. I want you to drop the shoulder as close to the mat as you can. Twist and look up to the ceiling. If you can, release the head, really twist, open up through the chest. Maybe you want to deepen it by lifting that left arm up. Now we're stretching the upper back. We're opening the chest. We hold this for 1 breath. Inhale, open up. Exhale to release. Let's go other side. Send that left arm under. Drop it as low as you can. Release your head. Twist and look up. If you want to, extend that right arm. Really rotate through the spine. And let's release out of there. We're going to come away from our hands and knees. Let's just flip onto our glutes. Now I want you to extend your legs out in front of you. Now they're not going to be together. We're going to have them sort of towards the bottom corners of our mat. I want you to bring your arms out nice and long in line with the shoulders. We're going to restack the spine. Now inhale as you extend the back. Exhale as we rotate over towards our right leg. Then I want you to just take a nice stretch towards the foot of the right leg, bringing that left arm over. We extend into that stretch, stretch out that right hamstring, and then come all the way back up, rotate in the other direction. So we're finding that mobility through the spine and now twist. Then we want to slice forwards, stretch into the hamstring, continue to open the chest, but also feel the length through the legs. And restack back up. Let's go one more on either side. Rotate, then stretch. Find that release. Lengthen back up. Rotate, other side. Find that length. Extend over. Lift up. Rotate, come back through center. We're going to bend the knees again, bring the soles of the feet together one more time. Just like before, I want you to just roll your shoulders up, back and down. Lengthen your spine. Take an inhale. Exhale as you drop the head to the chest, and we begin to melt over the feet, opening up the hips. Just stay here for a few breaths. Just check in with the body. We want to have the head and neck really released. We want to allow the weight of the head to be pulling us towards our feet. We work our own range. You're only opening the knees as far as you can. Don't force it. Allow the weight of the body to sink you into the stretch. Every movement we've done today has been focused not just on strength, but on length as well. Really important for longevity to find that balance of muscle work, of growth, of strengthening in line with mobility and length so that we can move forever with ease without pain. Let's take one more inhale here. Exhale, sink deeper into that stretch. On your next inhale, we're going to restack our spine one more time. Come up to sitting. Lengthen through the crown of your head, pull up. We're going to continue to bring the arms up to the ceiling. Finish that inhale, stretch out. As you exhale, allow the arms to drop down, allow the spine to reset. I want you to feel really open here. As I said at the start, we want to feel strong from within, but we want to feel nice and long and limber as well. Take that on throughout the rest of your day, your week, into tonight. Just make sure you are breathing as you move. Make sure you are always focusing on moving with intention, moving with reason, so you can find that balance between strength and mobility. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat again, guys. I will see you back here next week.